So it's that time of the month again. The time of the month I like to call Excuses from View. Kidding. Kind of. So that being said, let's jump into update number 22 for the backers of View glasses. So in this update they've started off by saying 2017 is almost over and we've been reflecting on the awesome journey thus far. We've been checking out old footage and images. Seems like your time could be used elsewhere. Regardless, it says, we've come really far since the campaign launch. We're excited to get View into your hands. Yeah. Right. So first part of the update, and the part that's going to have the biggest impact to everyone who's backed the project, is new updated shipping times. So the last two updates, they didn't mention anything at all. They just said, we're rolling ahead and we'll let you know on shipping times. Well, now they're letting us know, and to most people's dismays, and definitely in the comment section you can tell people are mad, it's March 2018. March 2018. So, there are a couple of reasons for this, so let's just have a look through their reasons. Number one is something we've talked about before. Tooling. They just said there was delays going to tooling. Never 100% sure what that actually meant, but they've given a little bit more detail this time. Basically, every part that's made of plastic needs to go for plastic molding, and altogether there's 32 components that need to be plastic molded. Now, the part of this I understand is basically every individual component needs to be perfectly molded, because if even one small dimension is off, or one part of the molding is off, then that one little slip will end up in every single pair of glasses and effectively diminishes the work that they've done and all of the quality they're trying to build up. So that part I get, that's fine, that's cool. So they've gone to the factory where they're doing their plastic molding, and essentially they've said, here are the 32 components that we need to mold. And the factory have come back with a 50-page document to say, here's what's wrong with that. So that's fine. Basically, it's for that reason why tooling was delayed in all of the previous updates, because they had to go through this 50-page document and fix everything that was wrong with the plastic molding. There's one part which has taken the longest though, and this is what they've given us some details for. So there's just one part of the glasses that essentially was too thick for when it goes into the plastic molding, and because of the dimensions of the glasses, when it was removed from the molding, there was a risk that it was going to come out rough, that it might be scratched, that it might be dented. So this is the main part they had to take away and fix. So the recommendation from the factory was you make that bit 30% bigger. The glasses are already thicker than regular glasses, so this is not something they want to do, and I'm glad it's something they've not done. Fortunately, the decision they did take was to take that one little piece away and rework it tirelessly. So from what I can tell, part of the glasses they're talking about is right there, right in that nook and cranny. So they provided like some 3D images of it. I guess we'll try and make sense of them, but even themselves have said it's difficult to explain 3D what's wrong in a 2D image on the... So we'll make do. So in this picture, the picture on the left shows what their original design was like, the purple bit being the glasses, the yellow bit being the parts of the plastic molding machine, and you can just see in the little red circle, that's where it was gonna have the issue, that's where it was gonna dent in, scratch, come out rough, something or other. So the picture on the right is what they had to do to fix that, which I think is essentially just like reshaping a little bit of the glasses to make sure that, I don't know, I guess the glasses are gonna match the mold. I'm not explaining this very well. Let's just go ahead and read their explanation word for word. The column on the right demonstrates our solution. We made some painstakingly small adjustments to areas of the frames and the mold will no longer collide. Meh. I guess I did a pretty good job at explaining that. Hello? Hello? Bye. So I mean, as far as that goes, I mean, they've given a pretty good update as to why it's taken them so long, what's caused the delay, but I mean, people on the Kickstarter comment section have just gone off on one of them. There's a large amount of people who are talking about contacting their credit card companies and banks and stuff to start chargeback procedures.
Which I know for a fact isn't going to work. I used to work for chargebacks, and until the estimated delivery date has passed, you cannot file a claim. New estimated delivery date is March 2018.
Other than the mindless comments made from people who don't understand how Kickstarter works and thinks this is more of a shop than it is a backing of a project, there are some legitimate comments in there, basically pointing out that the project was originally launched in October of 2016. Some people placed their orders straight away. We're coming up to over a year now. People's prescriptions have changed. These are glasses at the end of the day. I mean, if people are like me, they sit at screens like that all day, your eyes get progressively worse, even in the space of a year. My prescription's changed. Luckily, I got a new prescription just before I ordered mine, which was back in August sometime. So I should be good for a few months. But yeah, some people are legitimately worried. They're like, my eyes are different to what they were a year ago. what do I do? And just note, if you do actually go through the comment section, they replied to a remarkable amount of people actually. In most cases, they will just say you to email their help email address, which I'll put in the description below. If you do have any worries about this, you just contact them and they'll change stuff like that for you. They're pretty good like that. Moving on, the next reason for this delay is Chinese New Year. I shit you not. Some things I didn't know about Chinese New Year until I looked this up. Okay, so from what I can understand about Chinese New Year, it starts 23 days into the 12th calendar month of the Chinese lunar calendar. Simple enough. It then lasts for 23 days, which this year takes you up to 16th of February, at which point they take another 3 to 10 days off after. So for the 23 days leading up to it, essentially some places take it off. The main thing I found is that anything to do with manufacturing, which is obviously a large part of the economic system of China, it just slows down. So the 23 days leading up to it, some people work, but not a lot gets done. It's like me. And then they have their Chinese New Year, and then they take another 3 to 10 days off after that. Essentially what I've learned is I'm living in the wrong country. But for that reason, obviously they've said with the new design and they're moulding everything, they're looking to start late January. But this happening smack bang in the middle of February is what's elongated this new delivery date to March. Kind of understand, kind of annoying. That being said, let's move on to an element of this which has changed, and it's something I mentioned in the last video. They gave a brief mention to the glasses case without any pictures or anything. They said, we haven't talked about it in a while, but stuff is progressing and we'll let you know. So this month they've let us know. It appears to have completely changed. So here we have a picture of the glasses case which was shown in the original project. It was actually plastered across most of their marketing material as well. I think it's what gave it quite a unique look. It's different to every other kind of glasses case in the sliding function, and that's how it's going to charge. And then we have this new design, which looks like a glasses case, like every other glasses case. So in last month's update, they basically said they've made some changes because it had a 90-degree angle and it was uncomfortable to hold. Before, the design had a 90-degree angle on it, which was uncomfortable to hold. This month they've gone into a little bit more detail. It was uncomfortable to hold, as well as that once they put all the electrical components into it, it was actually quite weighty and maybe didn't function exactly how they wanted. So they've gone with this new rectangle design. Main reason for it is smaller and it's lighter, which I can kind of get. I mean, with mine, I wear my glasses all day, so I don't carry around a glasses case because I never need to take them off. This is just something that's going to sit on the side of my bed. But for people who like take them on and off all day, put them back into a glasses case, you want it to be small, you want it to be light, you want it to be portable. That I can understand. So yeah, cool. Make your changes. Make it square. Picture of the inside of the new glasses case. Looks nice and bright and orange. They've said this isn't a final colour. It's just what they're putting out there for the moment, and they're exploring with bright colours. Biggest question I saw in the comments section after this update was asking about what type of USB connection it was going to use, because obviously USB-C making a massive play now. Every Apple device that you buy, new Android devices. But from what I can see in the pictures of the actual case and in their electronic designs, it does look like, from what I can see, to be identical to like a USB Type-C cable. So I think that's a good sign. They haven't 100% confirmed this in the specs, but I mean, every picture shows a USB Type-C, so that's what we should probably be expecting. Last part of it is similar to the last video that I did. For some reason, they think this is an important part of the update. They like to take pictures of the components that they're ordering for us to see. I mean, some people might. Yeah, okay. So in the picture here, they've got different electrical components, including Bluetooth chip, accelerometer, flash memory chips, and antenna RF filters, which, for anyone who didn't know, I didn't know, learned something new this month. They come on reels like old style movie film. And in this picture, for every little brown dot that you see is basically an electronical component. So, cool. So the last part just says we're conducting one last mold review in conjunction with our factory, hopefully not getting another 50-page document off the back of it, and then we're off to the races. I mean, it feels more like a marathon at this point. In the meantime, everything else has met our design criteria and we're ready for production. The firmware is ready, PCB is ready, our antenna is ready, app communication has been tested and set, components are ordered, and prescription stocking is underway. Both Android and iOS apps are in progress as we speak, and we've begun narrowing down packaging designs. It's what we like to see, packaging. So I mean, the good news is we are getting updates like this. They are fairly detailed. Yes, the delays are annoying, but some of the reasons behind them I can understand. The bad news is up until March, I mean, I guess you're stuck with me doing these update videos, so yay. That being said, if you do enjoy, remember to give me a like down below, and if you've not already, remember to subscribe. But as always, thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.